The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Sail, the Outdoors Superstore, Coleman, the Outdoor Company, Muscal, proudly Canadian since 1951, Cooper Tires, life's a road trip, come on, let's go, and Princecraft Boats, dominate the waters.
The electric trolling motor is probably the most important accessory you can have on board your boat. It's critical for getting you back into those hard-to-reach honey holes. Now, the trolling motor is only as good as its prop. Why? Because you're not always in open water, baby. Sometimes you got to get down into the junk. Now, a prop like this is perfectly fine if you're going to be spending most of your day in open water. But for more serious anglers, you need a prop with attitude. This slop shredder is designed to work perfectly fine in open water, but it cuts through weeds, getting you that much closer to the trophy of a lifetime. It's kind of like having four-wheel drive for your boat. Last year, at the tail end of the season, we ran a little promotion on the Fishin' Canada show. We were looking for a new hired gun, and we had a couple of real good prospects. And rather than Pete and I make a decision on one of them, we thought we would throw it up to you, the viewing audience, to go on the internet and basically vote for them.
See, guys, we think you both have what it takes to do the job, but there's only room for one. So what we decided to do was let the audience, the people at home, make that decision for us. Oh, he's not bad. I thought he was a little wee guy.
When they're on cue, they are the best.
When you can call it, and they're on cue. Come here, young man. Nicely done. Topwater Smallmouth.
Yeah,
one of the
you
most
gotta
fun
love that.
fish species.
You gotta love that. Pretty predictable.
Hey, you get him on your
Speaking
third
about
cast.
prediction, did you have a chance to look at that report for the internet?
I can't believe it. We've aired the show. Nice. And, you know, you get, starts out, I want Paul. I want Paul. Paul takes the lead. I want John. I want John. John takes the lead. It was like this.
We had about 150 people that said they would make the perfect Fishin' Canada host and went on to give us all the qualifications and the reasons why we should be picking them. But they forgot one small thing. They didn't tell us their name.
Oh, that looks like a big one.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
I'm going to cast out. Oh, I'm not even going to cast out. Forget it. I'm going to net that thing.
Nobody with him, brother.
No?
No.
That looks like a bad boy. Nice dive. Nice job, buddy. Good fish.
Fantastic.
Oh, nice job. He's a dark one, too.
I mean, that fish is great to catch under any conditions, but under a topwater bait,
Oh,
ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, if you've
Yeah.
never experienced that,
It gets-
drop whatever you're doing and get out and try some of this stuff. The surprising part about the voting is that it was a dead heat.
It was actually scary. It freaked us out how even it stayed throughout every time we aired.
Yeah,
It was bizarre.
So it didn't help. We appreciate you doing it, but it didn't
Yeah.
help us at all. We're still in the same position as we were when we started this, and we got two really good young up and coming anglers, and both can really handle the job well.
But this is on the bigger side of typical.
Oh,
Beauty.
Okay, buddy, bring them in.
Look at that
buddy.
right there. That is
Absolutely
just
outstanding.
If Ange and I were to vote, it was the same thing we talked about, and we said, "Who do you want?" Well, I can't tell who I want. I don't. That's why we asked for the votes. We couldn't pick it out, and now the voters do the same thing. They can't pick it out either. So
How
it's just
interesting
bizarre.
is that, though? I mean,
Yeah.
years ago, that would have never happened. I mean, when you came on board, for example, we didn't have the internet.
Wow. Randy, what we just did there, buddy, I'm explaining this to you, is that 4-pounder we just got on the spinner bait. The segment is
No, not in the dock.
Not in the dock. You be quiet. I'm talking.
Sorry,
okay?
buddy.
This is a cameraman trying to do that.
What would you have done if we had said, well, we can't decide, we need to put it to a vote?
No, I would have hoped that the audience, you know, would have, if they had said no, you know, that guy sucks. I said, okay, you know what? I gotta stay in that construction in that set of coveralls and give her every day if I could. But if the audience, you know, if they had a vote and they said, yeah, this guy's awesome, I love it, then it would probably have given such encouragement, right? Like it would have given me, it's like anything. If you get a boost, especially from somebody's opinion like that, it's like, whoa, hey, maybe this is the real deal sort of thing. So, quite honestly, when I started this, I was not a TV guy.
Well, you weren't. I have to admit, you weren't.
Oh, I was terrible.
Your
I was
strength was
so,
your fishing ability,
yeah,
right?
I was nervous. It took me years to get over. I couldn't talk to this camera like this right now. I couldn't do it. I'd rather just fish away and, you know, blah, 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 and kind of ignore the camera. But But it took me so long to do that. So, I mean, it takes a lot different of a person to be able to, you miss him again?
To get to today's unique location, head north on Highway 400. Take exit 98 and turn left on Highway 26. Next, turn right on Gray Valor Road 112. Your destination is 6 kilometers to the north. The base, including Mountain Lake, is a private facility with very limited access to the public.
Whew. Virtually every bass fisherman has heard of the soft plastic jerkbait, but the key to a successful jerkbait technique is all in the retrieve.
For the most part, twitching or jerking your bait once or twice, then letting it stop or suspend for a couple of seconds is the normal presentation. It causes a visual stimulation that oftentimes will drive fish crazy. But if the fish don't seem to be cooperating and you need some extra drawing power, consider making your bait more effective to the fish by hitting its sense of smell. A scent-infused bait can leave a trail in the water for fish to intercept, and sometimes this can be the final piece of the puzzle required to unlock that awesome fishing day. Ange and I have come up with the ultimate way to add the right scent to your bait. Marinate. That's right, we marinate our baits in a scent that the fish are used to. The secret is to keep it local. It's easy. Find out what the fish are eating, make a concoction, and marinate your bait in it. Thanks to our Game Saver, it only takes about 8 minutes to do, right from the deck of your boat.
Whether for home or your next outdoor adventure, a vacuum sealing system is a must.
Pete and I are looking for some new young blood to bring onto the Fishing Canada team.
Will he hit a spinner bait? Will he hit a buzz bait? You know what I mean?
That fish would have.
Yeah. But yet it's a day that we started out thinking, oh, I love that sound of that one.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
He's got you, he's got you.
Oh,
You missed him too. How does that happen? There you go, you got him.
No, not
You got
yet.
him, you got him.
That's a different fish. The first one was a dark one. This is a light. Oh, come on! I'm throwing the rod away.
There you go.
I suck. Do you suck too? I'm going back in. This is ridiculous. This is a good point too. People think on these fishing shows, everything is perfect. Let's say the fishing was really slow this day. And
There you go, there you go. It's not slow down, you got him.
come on up, little buddy. We do miss a lot of fish.
Well, as you
we
say.
do, as you just saw there running live on the camera. We
Want a net under him?
we have lots of. Sure, why not? He's long.
He's a little heavy. You know, and you look at a little nondescript little area like this, and you come up on it, and you get 5 or 6 real active fish jumping around, and the first thing you think is that this is a great spot, and there's no fish there, there's no fish here, they're all there.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes fish are like people. They have different personalities, they're in different moods, and it could be right here that these fish are just naturally active fish.
Yeah.
Just like fishermen. I mean, talk about different personalities. We've had probably some of the best personalities, in my opinion, of any television programs, outdoor programs in the country.
They weren't very inactive, those guys, though.
No, and I'm talking about Big Brother Reno.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. What a whale. Look at him. What a whale. Folks, I got me a 30 on there. I really do have me a 30-pound fish on there. I got him. I got him.
Fishing Canada wouldn't have been Fishing Canada without him, right?
Absolutely.
You guys were a great duo together.
And Mike Miller.
Oh, Mikey.
I mean, there's another great example of wonderful personalities and good mix with the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 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 yeah! Woo! I can do that, boy! That was a great jump you did. Oh, yeah.
So what was going on there?
Yeah, shape.
You ain't kidding. Look at this thing. That's round as a shape, so I'm in shape.
One of the things about Paul and John that I really don't know and am not 100% sold on is exactly that. Very good, accomplished anglers,
Exactly.
but how are the dynamics? How does that work with the dynamics of doing what we do? This is incredible. This is absolutely mind-boggling.
Thank you. Beautiful. That was a rip.
Unbelievable. What a discovery right here in Muskoka. So that flips up. There you go.
Thanks, Coach.
And then we'll tighten that up. Let's see. Beautiful. Look at you.
There we go. All right, all set.
I got to ask you something. I mean, we don't talk about this, as far as I'm concerned, near often enough. But your experience as the Fishing Canada host for these some 20 some odd years.
Right.
What was when you first started? I remember first talking to you about coming onto the show. What was going through your mind?
The Viola brothers somehow convinced me to get out there with Pete Polkaluk and do a show.
Remember that?
And I don't know how you convinced me to do it. And we went out, and
It was steelhead fishing, I think.
No, it was walleye.
Walleye, yeah.
And the week before was dynamite as usual. The night we went out was terrible as usual. Typical when you get the camera, but we got a show done. And then after that, it was just sort of once or twice a year, we'd get together and do a show.
I think both our prospective guys have got great technique, by the way.
Oh.
Technically speaking.
I mean, Paulie's a great all-around angler, but we see some more of Paulie in the smallmouth and in the steelhead, the river and the trout and all that. And then you get John, who can sit there and put you onto a school of lake trout and keep you there all day long.
They can execute, technically speaking, but they can also read water, which is really important.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said before, if there is a reservation at all, my reservation is it takes a lot more than that to do what we do, and that's a part that we haven't really challenged them with yet.
Listen to you talking away. You got this giant smallmouth on. You were right in that corner.
Yeah, that was a Slurpee.
Hey, that's a nice fish.
Yeah.
That's worthy of the net. Worthy of some mesh.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
Pete and I are looking for some new young blood to bring onto the Fishing Canada team.
But you know what I mean, also we got to look at it this way is if it's so even, do we need to fast track this right now? I mean, you know, it's if it's not written on the wall, if it's not smashing us in the face, you know, should we make a hasty decision? I don't know.
Or maybe not work with either one and see what else. I mean, there was a lot of other names that were put forth on.
There was a lot of stuff handed to us that we laughed at. Some of it, man, it was crazy. Oh well. Anyways, that's we got to figure it out. Oh, whoa! You're killing me.
Where you go, buddy?
Here, I gotta get the net for you.
Yeah.
There you go. You're kicking my butt. Ah! Jeez, you're killing me, kid. I love it. Here, I'm gonna net him.
Nobody behind him?
Little guy? Good one? Where's
Got him.
Got him. You are pounding them all of a sudden. Oh.
Got it.
Got one.
Got one.
Good, it's craziness.
Nice. Oh.
He just flashed at her and he showed himself. Whoa.
Bring him in me. Nice long one, too. Good one.
Wow.
Woo.
That's fun. Yeah, I got. Oh, did you see that?
He's back. He's back.
There's two of them. Throw right there. Throw there. There's two of them come up. One missed it and the other one grabbed it. There should be one right there. Just a half a cast. Not even. Nuts. It's nuts. All of a sudden, we get into a pile of fish.
You got him?
Yeah, I got him. Coming in like
now,
a
normally what
horizontal.
I should have done is thrown in a plastic bait.
Yeah, Senko
or some sort of worm to get that, but that's not what we're doing today. This is a topwater bite, man, and I'm going to milk it for everything it's worth.
Let's have fun.
But once the notion of opening it up and letting people, you know, weigh in on it, I thought that's really cool.
Yeah,
that's really
I love
cool.
it. I actually love that.
And at this point, what I'd like to do is to maybe use both of them throughout the course of this new season. Ooh. Ooh. There he is. Oh, he missed it again. He missed it again. He got it again.
Oh, he got it again.
There he is. He's on this time. Just a little guy. 3 times. So what I was thinking, what I'd like to do is to use them both.
Yep.
Put them in various positions and situations. You know, some real tough shoots and some so-so shoots.
Yeah.
And I'd like to throw it open to the audience again at the end of this year.
Wow. Okay.
And let's see what happens. I mean,
Yeah.
that boat was pretty quick. Oh, you got
walleye.
A walleye on a topwater. Oh my
Who's
God.
better than that?
Nobody.
Hey, Blanchard and Castellano, can you do that, kids?
When you can do that, they won't make the voting very difficult. Oh,
No,
double.
you're kidding me.
Oh,
They
how
hit
cool
at the
was that?
same time.
How cool was
They
that?
hit at the same time.
Oh, I got 2 on mine, buddy.
Bull.
I got 2 on the hook.
2 fish?
Yes.
He does.
I got 2 on the
I
hook.
go, let me get the net quick.
Oh, this is, you got to see this.
Please stay on there,
You
'cause it'll
gotta
be
see
hard to
this.
stay on there.
2 on a topwater bait.
Where's your pair?
They're there.
Get him over. Oh, we just got off. No.
The second one
We
got
swear
off.
to God, there was 2 fish on that bait. There should be 3 in this net right now.
There's a
High
first.
five.
There's a first.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so much. This is the best meeting I've ever had. Okay? This is what I call work right here.
I had 2 of those on one topwater bait.
God, I think you had it earlier today too. I think you had 2 at once.
Yeah.
That's the second time. Wow. But both these fish hit at the same time too. So all 3 of those fish hit at the same time.
Fantastic.
I hope the camera picked that up. 3 fish fighting on 2 baits.
Oh.
Wow. That's fun. This is fun. You keep and fire me today. You know, I can pick up the boys. I'm having so much fun. I'll take it.
Today's hotspot is a section of Mountain Lake where Ange and I shot this entire episode. The waypoint is a place to start. Rod and Gun Club members and military personnel take note. A popping topwater bait is killer here. For more hotspots like this one, check out fishincanada.com.
The Fishin' Canada Show, brought to you in part by Ram Trucks. Nothing works harder than a Ram. Food Saver, the #1 vacuum sealing system. Stearns, the life jacket experts. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. And Outdoor Canada, Canada's only national fishing and hunting magazine.